It's been an unforgettable year for wildfires north of 60. And now that the smoke is cleared, Indigenous leaders want to give a voice to the public. The Denny Nation is calling for a full independent public inquiry into the management and response of a wildfire season which displaced 70% of the Northwest Territories population.
Sharing their experiences, looking at the lessons that may come out of it, to review them and take a look at the steps that we need to take, and so that we were prepared.
Denny National Chief Gerald Antoine says the territorial government needs to acknowledge Denny authority and governance in response planning. According to him, apart from some fire updates, there was little to no communication from GNWT with the Denny Nation about evacuations.
The evacuation, and also in terms of meeting the needs of the community, that part lacked, that information lacked. I also reached out to the Premier and also really encourage her that we need to have an emergency, the state of emergency.
The community of Fort Smith was evacuated for 6 weeks. Since then, Smith's Landing First Nation, Salt River First Nation, the local Métis Council, and the town of Fort Smith have banded together to listen to community members' concerns. Fort Smith Mayor Fred Daniels says he and other local leadership have held community meetings to hear suggestions from the public, like creating a second road to act as a fire escape between Fort Smith and Fort Chipewyan.
The road that we're talking about is from here to Chipewyan. Yeah. The fastest road is to Chip. It'll get us, them people here, us over there if we have to. And there would. About it too, because yeah.
Meanwhile, the GNWT has said there'll be an after-actions review, but that the scope will not include public engagement. Chief Antoine says the review needs to include the public and Indigenous knowledge of wildfire response and lessons learned from evacuees themselves.
The people's information, their experiences, is the one that will really see how we were, how things that needed to be, and it will help us to make the necessary steps.
APTN was unable to speak with the GNWT for this story due to a media blackout during this fall's election season. Charlotte Mort Jacobs, APTN National News, Yellowknife.